fucked up.
You're not
You
wrong.
you fucked up. You
I'm gonna
should
have to
have been
bleep that.
recording all of it.
I'm gonna have to bleep that for the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, and if you think we're about to get on some sort of video call and I'm not gonna curse, you are out your fucking mind. There's another one.
Another one. All right, we're 2 seconds in and we got two F bombs. Sorry, mom. My mom asked me the other day, she was like, "Can you please not use the F word?" And I was like, that's a no from me, mom.
Well, yeah,
I
what
was
are we
like, "Can
gonna
you
do?
please stop posting boomer takes on Facebook?"
So I'm assuming that this part of this video is getting cut out.
No. She
All
knows she
right.
has takes.
Sick. Sick.
Yeah. Well, I'll break the third wall. Is it the fourth wall or the third wall?
It's the fourth wall.
Oh shit. We'll cut that out. All right, guys. I'm gonna break the fourth wall real quick and do a little intro. I'm out here with my main guy, Mr. Ryan Shaw, as he smiles and acts like he's surprised by my antics. So, if you are new to the channel, Ryan is one of my star-studded clients. Been working with him since the very beginning, really. What year was that? Like 2017 that Ryan came to me in his frail state, and we've packed on the pounds, the muscle mass, the girth to this man ever since. Over the years, we've worked together on and off, but mostly on. And he's made some great progress. But today, we're kind of reconvening. We're having a sit down. Like if you've watched The Sopranos, whenever they have beef to squash, that's what this is right here. So I have Ryan as my acting consigliere and opposing third party to hash out the details of the last part of his bulk. So we've had some bulks in the past. Some have been better than others, but this one has been pretty good. He's put on some quality size. You said 228, Ryan?
Yeah.
228. What was the peak weight of your dirty bulk where we just YOLO'd that shit?
I don't know, probably like 245.
Yeah, he was thick. And now
Also,
you're
like, man, good size. I don't know. I don't know that we can qualify it. I don't know. I guess I just saw you in Chicago. You've got
yeah,
a good read.
you've put on some good size. Definitely seen some improvements. The chest was the lagging muscle group of all us lagging muscle groups, but we finally put some size on that motherfucker.
Oh, okay. This is news. This is news to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting there, bro. We're making progress.
Yeah.
It's all about. So, with that being said, we are going to discuss macros, adherence, training, a little bit of everything here. And I apologize for the inconsistencies in the quality of our setups here. Ryan's got the basic white wall, clean headphones look, and I'm out here with the goddamn eye squinting down at my computer because I'm trying to use my new lens. I got a Sigma lens, Ryan. I don't know if I told you that. It's a prime lens, and it has like I don't know. I think it's pretty dope. A little bit better than the kit lens that I had. So we're just figuring that out. And I want to get this like home studio set up a little bit better for future videos. But this is the beta version. We'll get there. We're
Yeah. The quality's nice.
Yeah, the quality's nice. The angle needs some work, but I didn't want to keep Ryan waiting as I fiddled with my whole desk setup. That's just not what we're here for today.
Yeah.
But I want to pull this up. I'm going to share this note that I was working on for you real quick. I'm going to share this over to you, and then I'm probably going to put it up on screen share. And that's just going to,
Also, it's a little hard to when you've got people like, Brandon in the roster to call me one of your star-studded clients. I think that's a tough comp there.
yeah. Well, what you don't know about Brandon, and he'll admit it himself, he's too stupid to quit. This is all he knows. So
I don't that doesn't sound like a bad thing, I guess.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Interesting.
Well,
That's fucking
well,
wild.
YouTube, this is Dave troubleshooting how to do anything technologically related.
right? All right, portion of the screen. We're going to share that, and we're going to put the note right in here. Maybe. Just got to make it smaller. Adjust the size of this, John. I don't need you all to see that.
What is going on here?
Can you see the note that I have up right now?
I can.
Okay, dope. All right, so this is called the last bulk. We just had Easter, and I considered that the Last Supper. So this is the last bulk. And Ryan, I was actually running some numbers, and this is what I'm looking at right here. I won't tell you how I did it because you got to pay me for that shit. But these are the numbers that I came up with. And they're actually slightly around the same as what we were running with before. So there's a couple of things I want to cover because this is something that you might encounter as a coach if you're confused on where to take your client and where to go here. Or on the same side, if you're a client, you're like, if you're a person that's just trying to get big, you're like, where do I go from here? So we had Ryan on like around these macros right here. We'll just ignore this for now. We had you around here, I do believe, for a while. Am I correct?
Probably realistically like 6-ish weeks, 7-ish weeks.
Yeah. And then the holidays hit, you were traveling, you had a whole bunch of people over. So adherence was probably down, is my guess.
Yeah.
To.
Yep.
And then if you were to guess, where do you think your calories and macros were over these past? Ryan lives in LA. You got to understand, everyone's out there for women, weed, and weather. And I need like that one. And
Jesus.
for me, it would definitely be, well, out of those three, which one would I be out there for?
I'm not
Things off the table in my current life.
I'm not gonna answer that question publicly.
The weed.
No, there's a fourth W, which is the workout, and that's what you'd be
say
out.
WAP.
I think that falls under the category of women, but
No, we would be working out for sure.
Yeah.
Funny aside, so my sister Maureen, shout out to you, and also fuck you. She told my parents I was going when I was at the Olympia. She was like, "Oh yeah, David's going to the dispensary." And my dad was like, "You know my fucking dad." He's like, "Yeah, see, I heard you went to the dispensary," and I'm like in that split 3 seconds before I replied back to him, I was like, I was like, I deny, I accept, or I change the topic. And I was like, yeah, I did. Yeah, it's legal out there. He was like,
Yeah.
oh, what's it like? I was like, well, you just go and you buy some weed. I like edibles. And you just eat those. And he was like, okay. All right. He's like, you like doing that? I was like, every once in a while, And
I feel like parents have come around.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I don't know how she's gonna feel about it, but the last time I came home, I like opened up the cabinet and my mother had so many edibles in the house. I thought she was running her own fucking dispensary out of the kitchen of my childhood home. I had to like, I had to holler around and I was like, woman, why is there 2,000 milligrams of edibles in the cabinet? What are you doing?
That's awesome. Good for her.
She's living her best life.
Yeah. So if you were to guess through these crazy times in life, where do you think your eating was if you were to guess? I know it's not going to be a perfect thing.
I would say probably closer, I would say like realistically to like 3,000 calories a day. And I would say pretty close to like that breakdown.
Yeah.
In terms of like percentages, but yeah.
That actually makes sense because like if we were to kind of ballpark this, that's probably where your maintenance is. And if you look at these numbers, I have a Excel tracking sheet for those who don't know that basically Ryan neglects. And I mean, honestly, you stayed around 220. You stayed around 225 like the whole time. So I would say honestly, yeah, 3,000 might be the maintenance. And
Yeah.
I was like, maybe he's gonna want to push these calories. But I'm thinking if we go back to what we were doing for a while and just nail it, you'll probably start to gain a little bit of weight. Maybe get up to like 230, 235. Probably not
Yeah.
235, but definitely 230, 232. And then from there, we bump up maybe one last time. Do you have any goal weights in mind for this bulk?
I don't really think I guess like over the last couple of years of doing this, like I try to stay away from like a goal weight. I think it's more just like at this point, like obviously adherence is probably my number one challenge. Like nutrition adherence is like my number one challenge, as you know, and we've talked about, and I'm just like airing all my dirty laundry on YouTube right now.
I love it.
But I
Love
don't
it.
think I don't think it's like I don't really have like a goal weight. I obviously like would, you know, want to limit unnecessary like fat as much as possible. But at the end of the day, like I don't know, we both know that for the goals that I have set for myself and that you like we've set together, like I just I have to be
Gotta
bigger.
put on some size.
So I think that at the end of the day, like I don't really, I guess, care about the weight as long as like it's, you know, quality mass that is going on.
Yeah. And I think it's worth mentioning, like a lot of times people are like, should I cut? Should I cut? Should I bulk? It's generally not the easiest thing to lay out. But like once you kind of done this a couple of times, you'll know just by checking someone's body composition. There's more that goes into it. That could be a whole separate video. But like Ryan said, I had eyes on him like a weekend ago, 2 weekends ago, and I think he's still in a good spot to bulk. Like we've probably sitting around 13 to 15% body fat. I never want to see people go much over like 18 if they're natural. I think it's just you get so much. It's actually called partitioning ratios, P ratios. When you are at a certain body fat, you're more likely to just accrue fat rather than muscle mass there. But you're not quite there yet. You're still looking fairly lean. We got the outline of some abs. You know, we got like a maybe a solid 4 pack going. Is that correct?
Yeah. If we're being nice,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something the ladies can trace their tongues over. It's
right?
me.
Yes.
And I think we're in a good spot to bulk. So consider that before you even want to think about bulking. If you feel like you're losing all definable abs, it's probably not a great idea to bulk. I would rather see you do body recomposition or do a cut first. By the way, Ryan, I started a little cut ski yesterday.
Did you now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is kind of like the first week. We're easing into it. Got Nashville this weekend, so I'd have no expectations for this first week, but carbs are down to 400 now. They were at like 520, so cutting it
Is this
cutting back.
a mini or a full?
It's gonna be, I'd say it's 6 weeks, so that's like a little long for a mini, but not a full, kind of like a medium. So trying to
Okay.
get like 5 pounds off.
I mean, you look great already, so keep trucking.
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of getting sloppy with it, but I digress. This is all about you, Ryan. So you feeling good about these macros? That's what we need to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess um you know, you tell me what I need to be doing. And then I think, you know, like we talked about, like it's just adherence for me that I've got to lock in on. And that's more on me than not even more on me. It is exclusively on me. So I think at the end of the day, like whatever you think is going to be the best approach and the best way forward, then let's do it. And I will figure out how to make it happen.
For sure. You always do.
I
So
don't know. I don't know about always.
So in the past, you were really on point with meal prepping. You used to send me pictures, take that as you will, of your kitchen. And no, I know in the past you've been really good about it, but other things have come up. He's got friends that work for Apple TV. He's a very busy man with work and other obligations. Check him out on Playground Dance Studio.
Yep, sure.
And you'll see Ryan has a large variety of interests and obligations. So, do you think cooking is going to be the limiting factor? What's going to be the thing that's most challenging about you getting these meals in consistently? We got 5 meals a day. I can't scroll down that far. This thing doesn't like me. Yeah. What's going to be the limiting factor here, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it's the cooking. And I like do a fair amount of travel and have a fair amount of people that we're visiting, which is kind of really where like things fell off this year. And I, you know, when I'm traveling, like it's hard to kind of get everything done when you come back. Sometimes I'm coming back like on a Monday night and going right into work. I'm not like, coming back and having time to get everything done. But I think the cooking is one thing. It's more kind of like taking the extra time to portion everything out into the meals that is definitely a challenge. And just like it's the upfront work so that the day-to-day work is a lot easier that I think, it's honestly out of just like sheer tiredness and laziness that it doesn't get done.
Yeah, for sure. You brought up a good point there at the beginning. One thing that I noticed, like especially after weekends like the Arnold weekend that I did in March, is like getting back after those busy weekends. It's really impossible. Like you're scrambling. It's tough to make it happen. But I learned my lesson this past time when I went to see you in Chicago 2 weekends ago. I bit the bullet and dropped like $200 for 28 meals from this meal prep company. We talked about that, but I think for people that are similar, maybe you're coming off of travel, maybe work is just super crazy at one time of the year, like Trifecta, they can get you actual meals or just like the raw ingredients. Like I have this in Indianapolis, Herculean meal prep. Like honestly, the meals fit my macros like perfectly.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing to do. Um, like honestly, for you, Ryan, I don't know. It could just be the good thing to do all the time. Or, if you can free up some time and I mean if budget isn't the constraint, right? Like fuck it, you might as well. But if budget is the constraint, then do it during times that get really busy and then just try to be on your shit when stuff isn't as busy. Like I even found myself reorganizing my day. Like we always have like this stigma that like you meal prep on Sundays. When I was having like no life moments, like in this winter when I didn't want to go outside in the Midwest winter, I would just meal prep on Saturday nights and chill. Like it was honestly fine. So that could
Yeah.
be good.
I mean, I think that's the other thing, like I'm trying to get away from, I think it's just like, I don't know, some like life optimization stuff, where it's like instead of meal prepping on Sundays, I meal prep on Saturdays, and then like Sundays is doing the like portioning out like side of things. Um, and just like trying to be better about that. And then I think like adding in some sort of like meal prep service is just like it's tough for me. I basically need to meal prep on the weekends to make it through the week. Like I need to meal prep to be able to get to Friday or Saturday to be able to like do it all over again.
Mm.
Um and so like adding in like doing my standard meal prep and then adding in some sort of like meal prep service on top of that, I think is kind of going to be the key. Just because like my weeks are busy and they're very full. And the last thing that I want to do on most days when I get home is cook.
Mm.
And sometimes it's like literally just like time. I'm like, getting home and it's like a balance of like getting food and getting my macros in, and also like getting the rest and getting the sleep that I need.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's
You know what I
it's
started doing? Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's just like it's tough. It's like my number one challenge. Like I don't, you know, I don't know. You could probably speak to my workout and my like my workouts and my intensity. Like I think they're pretty solid. And you know, sleep is a lot better, but nutrition is fucking it's the hardest thing, truly.
Yeah. One thing quickly on that, one thing I started doing is just buying like a little bit more chicken. And because you always run out at like Thursday, right? So I
Yeah.
just bought like I'll buy a big ass thing of chicken and I'll get like a little one, like Tyson has a little one, like a pound or two. And I'll just cook everything and then freeze like a small portion for that Thursday, Friday, part of Saturday. So I cook like the veggies, chicken, put those in the containers. I actually, other thing that's like stupid, but I think it's nice. I cut everything up. Like I'll portion it out. And like just the fact that while you're working, you don't have to cut that shit makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you can cook the vegetables and the protein and freeze it and then just make rice like 2 or 3 times throughout the week, your meal prep is going to taste so much better. And it's just going to be like one less extra thing to have to meal prep midweek or whatever. So something to think about.
Yeah,
But
I mean, outside of, you know, when I think that's the other thing is just like my life is a bit more unpredictable than I would say the average person, and especially the average like serious fitness gym goer. And that is its own challenge that I have not mastered yet.
YouTube, when I tell you this man's a maverick,
So
that's an understatement, actually.
that's an overstatement,
This
is what that
man wears
is.
more hats than Johnny Sins, literally and figuratively. Um, team protected. Uh,
Jesus Christ.
my similes are on point today, bro.
Can't believe that, like, is YouTube gonna let you keep a Johnny Sins reference in there?
Oh, bro, I'm gonna have Johnny Sins on his channel one day.
Jesus
What
Christ.
if I'm Johnny Sins coach? What does that do for me? Catapults me to the top of the industry. I'll tell you that right now.
Top of which industry?
Both.
Okay. You're making a late stage foray into a new career path.
26 late?
I think it's late to get started in that world.
Nah. You
Okay.
think? You think?
Don't you?
No, no. I think it's pretty average.
Well, nothing else about you is pretty average.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh,
So
that was
how are you
that
feeling
was a
about the
good one.
macro breakdown of this meal plan? It's not a meal plan. I'm not a registered dietitian. Nutrition recommendations.
What did you say?
So how do you feel about the macro breakdown of the nutrition recommendations?
I mean, looks good.
Do you want me to go in and tell you like exactly portions and shit? Because I can do that.
No, 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 no. I think this is great.
So that'd be about 210 to 220 grams of rice. Yeah, like the good old avocado and sauce combo, some chicken, or you do some like 85-15 or 90-10 ground beef. A lot in between there too. Let's see. Pre-workout. I think you could do like something saucy for that pre-workout. I mean, a Pop-Tart. I'm a big Pop-Tart guy for the pre-workout.
You do love a Pop-Tart.
Maybe a muffin. Post-workout cereal, my go-to. It's a lot of protein in one meal too. It's a 5 meal curse when you're 230 pounds.
Yeah, I think that's like another thing is just like you underestimate. It's just like how much food.
You could do an extra shake probably, and then cut this down by 5 grams on basically every meal. If you wanted to do that, and then just try to use natural. I only like 2 shakes a day personally.
Yeah. I don't mind like I've started mixing my coffee. I do cold brew in the morning and I'll do like yeah, it's pretty solid.
Okay. 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 So,
No, I think this makes a lot of sense.
what do you need from me for your success?
Um, I mean, this is a great start. It's always helpful for me just to like get, I don't know, I think like recommendations on what you would do, like what your meal would actually look like. You know, like I don't know if this makes me a crazy person or not, but like I don't mind basically eating like pretty much the same thing every day. It just like takes the thought out of it for me, which like beyond just like fitness is nice. Like sometimes I'm just brain dead and I just need to like physically put some food in my body so I can continue to function. So I don't mind eating the same thing like pretty consistently. So I think like any sort of recommendation you can give on, you know, here's how I would do meal one, here's how I would do meal two, here's how I do meal three. Um, I don't know, that's useful for me.
Yeah, chicken stir fry. I'm telling you guys, gas, easy, effective. Also, ramen, 1 egg, chicken and veggies. Ramen stir fry. It's
are you just using the noodles or are you using the powder as well?
I don't really use powder too much. Sometimes if I'm feeling extra, then I will. But honestly,
Too much sodium?
I don't even mind that much. But it's just like I don't know. I feel dirty. Makes me feel bad, like I sinned
Because you had ramen?
with the packet.
What's so bad about the packet?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like. Are you familiar with the show Trailer Park Boys?
Unfortunately.
You know Randy, the guy that eats cheeseburgers. He ends up being in a relationship with Mr. Leahy.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Randy when I eat the packet.
Okay.
So I
That's
feel
a very specific reference that I don't know. You know, I don't really know who your YouTube audience is. I see I love when you post the comments that you get from
Oh,
people.
bro. I had one today. Fuck, we're gonna run out of time. Do we hop back on again? Let's give it like 3 minutes. Close her out.
You tell me.
All right.
I didn't even
This
notice
will take
that
2 minutes. Join on the same link.
for your ass. And
I
I was
told
waiting.
you it said 2-3 minutes.
I know, but if you ended the meeting, can't you just restart a new meeting in the
Oh,
same?
no, it has to download because you record.
Oh, so you are waiting for the recording to download.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this is how I know Ryan's always lived a life of luxury. He's never had to fuck with free Zoom.
That's just not true.
I also readjusted my camera, except for now everybody can see my laundry that's strewn across the floor.
Just blur that out when you go into the editing.
You can do that? Oh, bro, you teach me how to do that, and I'm starting the OnlyFans. If I can blur certain things out, it's game over.
Bro, what universe are you living in that you didn't think that you could blur certain things out?
I'm kidding. I know how to do that. Don't have an OnlyFans though. That's not a joke.
No, that is a joke. You don't have an OnlyFans. That is like the joke
Oh
is
yeah.
you were like doing a double negative and
Right.
the people were in the comments being like, drop the Twitter. Where
Yo, real quick. Okay, so I used to go to this gym in Philly. It has this guy who owns it. His name is Steve Pulcinella, Iron Sport Gym. And it's kind of like low key lit. Like it's like a legendary gym. Steve was a Highland Games athlete. He's just a fucking man's man, you know? Beefy dude, 6 foot, 350 in his prime. Strong motherfucker. And it just has stories for days. Love fucking going to that gym and talking to that guy. He's a great guy. And all of a sudden, he just fucking dropped a Twitter, and like the dude's also dropping a hammer, like out of nowhere. Just
Oh,
started
he's posting the content to the
it's
Twitter.
since been taken down, but like the dude was fucking stacked.
That hurts.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, some people really have it all. Jesus Christ.
Truly.
But I mean, enough talk of dicks. Something that happens a little too often when Ryan and I are together.
You're
So
gonna have to edit. You're gonna have to edit that entire section out.
we sound like bro chat.
You're gonna have to edit that whole section out.
I mean, we'll see. Um,
Okay.
I don't know, man. Any other thoughts about the nutrition? Back on a serious note, if that's possible after that conversation. Any other thoughts? Any ways that you want to approach this, other than I can tell you ideas of stuff to try and add into the diet?
Yeah, I think like the actual meal like ideas itself is good. Yeah, I think after this it's just kind of like I don't know what's next, how long is this going for, and then what happens next after that.
I think it's probably going to take you to get up to mid 230s. I think that's where we cut it. Um, I think that's probably going to take a good 8 weeks,
Okay.
10 maybe, depending on how crazy your life is. It's okay if it is 8 or 10. I'm down with it. Nice slow rate of gain. Of course, also, I don't know how your activity will be impacted. I thought of this today because it's about to get really fucking hot in LA, right? Like,
I mean, it won't get like hot for a little while.
okay, okay. So you still be doing some things outdoors and strutting your stuff around the West Coast.
Yes, I'm not sure where this is going.
I mean, you're a pretty physically active guy. Dance, walks, you live out in nice weather.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might not walk if it's super hot.
Oh, you're thinking my activity level is going to decrease?
In the peak of summer, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't really have a problem like walking on a treadmill at a gym. Like
Facts.
I'll like read a book or download some Netflix or something. Like I don't.
For sure. So this takes
So
us to like we'll say conservatively
June.
the end of June. Yeah, real conservatively the end of June. I'm thinking from there.
What end of June?
Yeah, like 2 months, maybe 10 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, conservatively speaking. From there, I think I'd like to see you just hang out there for a little bit, maybe like another month, June, July, or excuse me, July. We maintain. And then I think, we talked about the importance of doing a cut just to kind of stay in practice. What's the term they use with fighters? It's like you want to stay in striking distance. You know what I mean? Like you can't get too far out from the ring.
Why were you going full bobblehead neck trying to say that? You're like, can't, just
Because
can't.
I
No,
was
no, no.
thinking of like fighting, right? And they like got to fucking duck and weave and yeah. Don't get fucking popped in the chin, Ryan. I
Right.
watched Creed on the way up to Chicago on the bus, by the way. Shit was on the communal commu- communal DVD player. So
Okay.
that's what's been on my mind. My
Great.
Jordan.
So maintain through July,
Yep. Then we
and
do
then
probably a little 8 to 10 week cut and get you a little shreds. You're enjoying this city boy fall in LA, You'll be on some rooftops, out on some stripper poles,
not
looking
true.
cut as a menace. I'll tell you what, after that 8 weeks, so that'll put us in Oh man, yeah, you're gonna have all of September to look real solid. You'll be October. That's toward the end of pool season, and then it's cuffing season in November and December, and you're still ripped, but you're starting to put that mask back on. You're gonna be looking next level. You're gonna be looking like ET, extraterrestrial, is how you're gonna be looking at 6'4", 230 with abs, and it's cuffing season, bro. I'm about to find you your wife.
I don't think I have, since we have done this journey since 2017, I don't think I've been like full on shredded.
Yeah, dude. You had some abs at one point. You did a little photo shoot. I remember that.
Oh, that was like, but that was like not even a cut. That was like on the way to the bowl. Like that was like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was like the summer before you really got thick.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe I see you ending up at like 220, 215 in between there. Um, it's going to be cool because I think it'll be good for you and it'll really put things in perspective. I initially wondered if Ryan wanted to cut first because I think when you get into the rhythm and you are able to lock it in during a good cut, then I feel like your nutrition just makes sense after that. Like if you've done it once, you're very well equipped. But he reminded me we need some size for his bodybuilding goals. So I was like, that's right. That's true. Let's keep doing it. So I mean, it's on Ryan. He's gonna have to step it up, lock it in, stay super consistent. But then I'll say if once those habits get down, that cut's gonna be money. It's gonna be easy because you're already gonna be used to cooking, getting everything ready to go. It's just a matter of changing a few things. You'll be solid, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I think I think we probably need to do this like level of a conversation on like macros and just nutrition on a more regular basis. Cause I think like obviously I like the feedback on training and I like training with you and getting like your thoughts on where things are at. But like this is the kind of stuff that actually like I think for me makes a big difference. So
Yeah, dude, I should just start a secondary podcast or an offshoot of the Trainer Scoop called the Check In, and I just check in with the people and have funny ass conversations. Imagine fucking Brandon on that.
yeah, you can't publish that though. Like you're not gonna you're gonna have to start a Patreon for a private, but like not like you know what I mean? Like you know how
Yeah, no,
people
no.
do like, oh, this episode's only available on Patreon.
Yeah, no,
Like
that.
you're that's what you'd have to do.
So he did say that once. He was like, "I think I would get you like legitimately canceled if we did a podcast." And I was like, "Yeah, but we've done some videos and you've like held it together, so I don't know, maybe."
No, I think a video is different because he can definitely hold it in for like a short burst. But I think if you gave
Yeah,
him an hour, if you gave him an hour of like a podcast,
yeah, that's
it's
true.
over.
That's true. Yeah, dude. All right, so when should we do the next one? What's the frequency here?
I don't know. You tell me.
Probably,
Probably.
probably like another call shortly, but like another one in 8 weeks where we break shit down, get into the nitty gritty, see
I
what's
was gonna say 4.
okay. I'm down.
I just feel like for me that's useful.
Yeah.
I need someone to basically be like yelling at me about adherence and getting my shit done.
What's gonna help you be more adherent?
I don't know yet. I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah. How's the sheet going? I haven't checked it.
Well, I was waiting to have this conversation because we hadn't like aligned on macros basically. And so I like didn't want to fill out everything yesterday for adherence until we basically had this conversation. But like I wrote down everything else to fill in today, basically after we talked.
Bet. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll put the macros in. You feeling good about everything else?
Yeah, for now, I mean, obviously like on a deload this week and starting a new like training block. So
This lens is next level.
uh,
How you
I
feeling?
love when you continue to discover that you look good and are jacked, and it's like, okay, cool. I've been telling you, but okay, it's fun.
You know, it was a funny clip of the Chicago vlog. Stay tuned. You said you're my favorite. No, you said I've been your hype person, and I was like, wow. Ryan was really considerate of his nomenclature there because he didn't gender the term. Very gender neutral and inclusive there. I respect that.
I do try. Well, you have other hype people.
You said hype person. I was like, huh, never heard that one before.
It's the fucking truth.
You got that LA dog in you, bro.
It's the fucking truth.
I appreciate you. But yeah,
I don't get shit from Dave.
Phil, yeah, right, bro. You're just too sad to acknowledge it sometimes. I'm like,
Not
don't
wrong.
be so sad. You're doing great. Something that
Not
you all
wrong.
can take away. Yeah. In terms of everything, training, nutrition, how do you feel like I can support you best? That's the final question. I mean, these calls could be it, but other than the current relationship where we're just texting each other, you say I look good. I'm like, yeah, bro, you do too. And then you're like, nah.
That's not the response typically, but okay.
That's
It's nice that you think that that's how those conversations are
how it
going.
always goes, man. Or then sometimes I look at it and I'm like, maybe I'm feeling a little sad and I'm just like, I'm not gonna reply.
That's more frequently is I just get a thanks or no response.
Thanks. Yeah, that's honest. That's honestly what it is. Thanks, bro.
And it's like, okay, cool.
Appreciate you,
It's
dude.
very infrequently do you lead off the hype.
Yeah, I gotta keep you guessing.
Sure. Yep, that's how that goes.
I'll hype you up more. Maybe that'll motivate you to stay on track.
Yeah, I just don't, I don't want it to be fake. Like I don't want to hear,
You ain't
I
about
don't
that
want you
fake
to
love.
say, I don't want to hear you say something just because you think you're supposed to say it. Like I want you to see something and be like, oh, that was good, or oh, that looks good, or whatever. That's why I deny it, is because it feels like I give you hype, I hype you up, and you feel like you have to give it back because I just said something to you.
Hmm. I mean, most of the time, I really do think it's a good thing. PBH.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
We're just like working through my trauma on this YouTube video, and no one needs that in their lives.
All right. Well, we are gonna stay accountable. We're gonna set these of mini goals of getting these macros for the rest of the week. I give you a 1 day of grace, but starting Thursday, we're getting it.
No, there's no days of grace. I did all the meal prep this weekend. I just needed to know how to break everything down.
If I were to guess, I'm gonna go ahead and say we need 40 grams of protein. That's gonna be 125 grams of chicken. It's gonna be like you're gonna be eating either olive oil, avocado, or some type of little sauce. It's gonna be a decent amount of fat, and then it's gonna be like 220 grams of rice. That's what your meal is probably gonna look like. But we'll run the numbers. I don't know, guys. This has been episode 1 of the check-in. Ryan, did you have anything in closing?
No, appreciate you as
My
always.
final question will be: will you make me a new logo like you made the Trainer Scoop logo?
No, you should get someone who is an actual graphic designer to do that for you.
Yeah, I'm still rocking with the old Trainer Scoop. Maybe I'll do a revamp here once I get to episode 69 and get a whole new logo. But
I had no business making that logo for you, but here we are.
you were like, yeah, I'll do it. Then it took you like a month. I was like, he doesn't want to do this shit.
It has nothing to do with me not wanting to do it. I'm not a graphic designer. Like there are many skills that I have that is not one of them.
Hey, I'm still rocking with it. I still love it. It has a special place in my heart. Special place in my heart, and it always will.
Great. Thrilled.
Well, guys, YouTube, thanks for joining us on this journey that was the check-in episode 1. Maybe we'll make this a thing. Who knows? Sometimes I get good ideas and they end up being something.
All right.
Yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, and maybe I'll put this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, we'll see. If you're watching on YouTube, hit me with a like, a subscribe, ring the notification bell, and comment down below your favorite feature of Ryan as he sits there with his all white background, gray sweatshirt, chiseled jawline, breathtaking facial hair.
Not chiseled.
And yeah, you're doing great. But I appreciate you all for real. And I hope your opinion of me hasn't changed after this, because it probably did. But until
You gotta edit. You're gonna have to edit the shit out of this entire thing.
nah, dude, I can't do that.
There's a lot that needs to get cut out.
I'm
Also,
dead.
you gotta put your like subscribe and hit the notification bell earlier on.
Oh yeah, I'll do it both. I'll just clip that,
Yeah.
put it on both. All right, now we got to get a thumbnail. You ready to make a nice face?
What is
Yeah,
You're
no,
gonna
for real. Getting the thumbnail is the worst part about these fucking Zooms, because I'm scrolling through trying to find a thing where we're both smiling. And
Are you gonna flex?
are you gonna flex?
I have a sweatshirt on, so no.
You can take it off.
I'm not gonna do that just to get this thumbnail. And also I don't really feel like being mogged on a Zoom call at the moment.
I don't know. Do I look good enough to flex? I think I look a little pale. Hold up. Let me turn down this. I need a more tungsten type of warm here. A little contrast. No, I'm washed there. I don't need that. I don't know.
I'm not engaging. No, I'm not engaging with the ludicrous self-talk that you just did. I'm not.
Fair enough.
Flex or don't flex, you look good, but like it's not the lighting.
Okay. All right. 5, 4.
No, this is my annoy. This is the face you're getting from me now.
You can't even do it, bro. This is too good. There we go. All right. Appreciate you, bro. Looking forward to you getting yoked and feeling good about this consistency too.
Yeah, dude. We'll get it together.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, love ya.
Love you more.